General Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross, once a respected military leader, became obsessed with the Hulk. You shouldn't have pushed him in that direction. This is the story of how ambition and rage transformed him into the Red Hulk, a dangerous adversary. It all began with a pursuit, a relentless hunt for Bruce Banner, the man behind the Hulk. Ross believed he could harness the Hulk's power for the military's advantage. Little did he know, the consequences would be catastrophic. Fueled by his hatred for the Hulk, Ross pushed the limits of science. He collaborated with the very forces he once opposed, seeking a serum that would grant him the same power he loathed. You shouldn't have meddled with fate, General. Ross's transformation was a desperate gamble. He injected himself with the experimental serum, igniting a violent metamorphosis. In that instant, he became the Red Hulk, a being of fury, strength, and relentless vengeance. But this power came at a cost. The Red Hulk lost his humanity, becoming a brute driven by rage. Every day was a battle between his military training and the primal instincts overwhelming him. The very man who once protected America now posed its greatest threat. As Red Hulk, Ross was a force to be reckoned with, leaving a trail of destruction that echoed his inner turmoil. You have to understand, this wasn't just about revenge, it was about power. Ross believed he could control the Hulk, but the Hulk was a force of nature that defied control. The showdown was inevitable. Hulk, the original embodiment of rage, faced off against the Red Hulk, a reflection of his own anger. This fight was personal. In this battle, it wasn't just about strength. It was a battle of wills. Hulk fought to maintain his humanity, while Red Hulk reveled in his chaos and destruction. As the dust settled, both combatants realized something crucial. They were two sides of the same coin, both fueled by rage, both fighting their own demons in a world that feared them. General Ross's journey became a tragic tale of obsession. His transformation into Red Hulk was not a victory, but a curse, binding him to a fate he never wanted. In the end, it's a reminder. Power can corrupt, and vengeance can consume. You shouldn't have let your hatred drive you, General. It turned you into the monster you sought to defeat. Now, the story continues. As Red Hulk, General Ross must confront not only the Hulk, but also himself. His battles are far from over, and the lines between hero and villain blur more each day. What will happen next? Will he find redemption, or will he be forever trapped in his rage? The fate of the Red Hulk is yet to be determined, and the world watches closely. As the Red Hulk roams the world, his legacy continues to unfold. You should remember this story, for it's a lesson about ambition, power, and the consequences of our choices. Every hero has a villain, but sometimes the villain is ourselves. General Ross's journey into darkness serves as a chilling reminder of what happens when vengeance takes control. So, the next time you see Red Hulk, remember his story. Understand the heart behind the monster and the man who lost everything in pursuit of power. Join us in exploring more stories of transformation and conflict. The world of heroes and villains is ever evolving, and we'll be here to share it with you. If you enjoyed this tale, make sure to like and subscribe. Stay tuned for more gripping stories from the world of comics. You won't want to miss what's next. But the Red Hulk's path is fraught with challenges. As he battles the Hulk, he also faces off against a myriad of enemies, both human and monstrous, who seek to exploit his unstable power for their own gain. You shouldn't have made it easy for them, General. Each clash leaves a mark, both physically and emotionally. The more he fights, the more he realizes that this path only leads to isolation. Friends become foes, and trust dissolves into paranoia. You shouldn't have let your anger isolate you, Ross. As the Red Hulk, Ross grapples with the duality of his existence. He is both the hunter and the hunted, a soldier driven by rage, yet haunted by his past decisions. The line between heroism and villainy blurs further each day. You shouldn't underestimate the power of regret. As he witnesses the destruction left in his wake, flashes of his former life as a respected general haunt him. He longs for redemption, even as he revels in chaos. Allies in unexpected places emerge, offering guidance. Characters like Betty Ross, who once loved him, now plead for him to find a balance between the man he was and the monster he's become. Will he listen? In the midst of chaos, a new threat arises. A villainess seeks to exploit his power, aiming to control him and use his rage for her own sinister plans. You shouldn't let yourself be a pawn, General. The stakes are higher than ever. Facing this new antagonist forces Ross to confront not just his strength, but his vulnerabilities. Every decision he makes could lead to catastrophic outcomes, both for himself and for those he cares about. With each battle, the Red Hulk becomes more unpredictable. His power surges, but so do his emotions. Every punch thrown is a reflection of the chaos within, and he must learn to control it, or risk losing everything. Friends and foes alike begin to question his loyalty. The specter of doubt looms large. Can General Ross still be trusted, even in his monstrous form? The answer lies in the choices he makes from here on out. In the end, Ross finds himself at a crossroads. He must decide whether to embrace the power of the Red Hulk or fight to reclaim the humanity he almost lost. The world watches, waiting for his choice. As he prepares for one final confrontation, the weight of his past bears down on him. General Ross knows that the next battle could define his legacy. Will he be a monster or a man? This is not just a battle against outside forces.